Well, look who decided to come to dinner.
What the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
Wait, no, I haven't. This is my goddamn motherfucker now.
All right. Guess who done showed the fuck back up? We ready to show up and show out one more good time. We got the nigga Jones in the building.
We in this thing.
Oh yeah. So how you doing today, Jones? I know you got traditionally your tradition of lighting your cigar up before everything gets started.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Man, I'm doing fantastical. Yeah, chill out.
Fantastical.
Throwing some words out there for their ass.
One good time. One time for the one time. So let me see. I had a spot I wanted to start at. Mine went blank than a bitch.
Shit, I know where I want to start at.
Let's get it.
Y'all on some bullshit disrespecting Batman like this.
Oh shit.
He the coldest motherfucking superhero and ain't nobody out here fucking with him.
You know who will beat Batman ass though?
Nobody. Nobody.
I got somebody.
As long as Batman has a Superman peel, it ain't nobody out there that's giving the fisticuffs, the skibbity paps, the hands, none of that to Batman. He out cold.
Man.
And he got white privilege on his side. You can't fuck with a nigga who got that much white privilege. It's impossible. You see what happened to Trump.
Nigga. Chuck Norris will whoop Batman ass.
Hey.
I couldn't even say that believable.
You can't believe it when you say it.
I had somebody, I think, and then I lost them. But no, man, on the Batman tip, you was just telling me you just watched Red Cape. I ain't seen that bitch in a minute.
The nigga meant Red Hood.
Red Hood. Wait a minute, ain't that the one where Robin had dipped and he was trying to find out, you know what I'm saying, when he was telling Superman the story the whole time?
No. This Under the Red Hood is a different story. So like,
what the fuck I was watching? But go ahead.
Under the Red Hood is the story of Jason Todd, the second Robin.
That's what it was. Yeah, see.
So the second Robin died, for those who don't know. Like Batman has like 3 Robins. He has Dick Grayson. The second one was Jason Todd. The third one is Tim Drake.
Oh, you know what the one I was watching was? It was that family something.
Death in the Family?
That was, yeah. That's where Batman was telling the Red Hood story on how he figured out that was the second Robin.
See, I was just about to watch that too.
Nigga, that bitch hard. That bitch hard as fuck.
Now, Under the Red Hood, the story is the way Jason Todd died was Ra's al Ghul was doing some wild shit in Europe. He was trying to fuck up the fucking banking economy in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
So Batman caught wind of what he was doing, and he knew that. Ra's knew that. So he was like, alright, bet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hire Joker to distract the Batman. And when he distract him, I can do what the fuck I'm going to do. However, he ain't anticipate Joker, which I don't know why you wouldn't. The nigga's wild as fuck. He ain't anticipate Joker coming in that bitch, kidnapping Robin, and taking him to an abandoned building where he proceed to beat the dog shit out this nigga with a crowbar.
Yeah, because that Death in the Family was basically Batman's perspective and Batman's point of view of this whole thing that was going on and what led up to that, as far as on the Red Hood side.
So the shit wild as hell. So like, Joker done beat the dog shit out this nigga with this crowbar, and beat him and left him in that building.
Yep.
And left that bomb to just go off and blow him up while he in that bitch. So
Oh, you know what? No, go ahead.
So Raish felt bad about Jason Todd dying because he had no intentions of, getting Batman Mans killed like that.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Todd, a teenager on top of that, he's still, a young boy or whatever. So Ra's al Ghul is almost 600-year-old dude. He been bathing in the Lazarus pit to keep himself alive.
Mm-hmm.
So he wanted to see if the Lazarus pit would actually bring somebody back from the dead, which it did. He put Jason Todd in that bitch. Jason Todd came back alive and nigga went wild. Like, nigga, it's time to get the fuck on. I got shit to do. And my nigga came back to Gotham on some shit, nigga, like, ready to knock niggas' heads off, and he was doing it all just so he can get back at Joker and fuck Joker up.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm telling you, you gotta check that movie out. Check that movie out. I ain't gonna throw too much out there, but that's the gist of it, and man, that movie is crazy.
Man, and that's how that Death in the Family was going. Like, he was covering all of that, but it was just like how it's basically like a spoiler for the Red Hood.
Right.
Like, if you ain't never seen the Red Hood, and then you watch that, and then turn around and watch the Red Hood, like, that shit connects so fucking good. But yeah, it'd probably be, I don't know which order we'd rather watch it in. Watching Batman tell the story and then watch it all go down, or watch it all go down, then look at Batman's point of view.
I don't know. I gotta see Batman's point of view.
Yeah, watch that Death in the Family one. That shit cold, man. I watched that one recently. And yeah, it covered all of that shit. And it uncovered, what Batman was going through to see that the Red Hood was really tired. Cause he was like, man, at first he was chasing the shit out of him, trying to get him.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just, he was slipping through, Red Hood slipping through all of that shit. And Batman was just confused as fuck, because he was telling Superman, he was like, every single move I make, it was like he already was a step ahead. He knew what I was doing.
Yep.
And then he was like, you know what? What I did was I stopped trying to get him and I started following him. And then he was like, the best way to figure out exactly if my hunch is true is to fight back to back with him. So Red Hood, he on top of a roof. He banging with a bunch of niggas. Batman just come out of nowhere. Boom. So now they banging together. And this is how cold Batman is. The whole time he dropping niggas, laying niggas down, he was also studying the Red Hood and all his fighting techniques. And he was like, that's how I figured out that's who that was. But that shit cold too, man. You gotta check that one out.
So it don't matter really which way you look at this, because of the fact that, like,
it's still
the story goes different ways. They just do different shit.
Mm-hmm. See, my thing, I feel like DC got the animated game on lock. Like, Marvel's animated movies is nowhere near as good as DC's, but DC's live action movies is nowhere near as good as Marvel's.
Yeah, the only ones that are good is the movies.
Yeah.
And they had that one Superman movie.
I liked both of them Superman movies. I ain't gonna lie, I liked both of them.
Wait, this the second one?
Yeah.
Alright, bet. They got two
Superman movies. It's Man of Steel, which was the first one.
I seen Man of Steel.
And then I believe it was another one after that. Because my man's had like a...
Now, they did have a Batman vs. Superman, and that one was good.
Yeah, it was straight. I don't know. I only gave it one watch. I treated that one like an X-Men movie.
Nah.
Dakota's X-Men movie, though, I think might have been like Apocalypse.
I ain't seen that one.
That one was good. I watched that one twice. That one was good. Like, it's still like a story that's all over the place because they never really set a good foundation for it. But that movie, if you watch it for what it is, that one is cold. That one is cold.
Nah, here's why. Like, one of the reasons why I say Batman is one of the coldest, if not the coldest. Batman was 85 years old. That man put on the suit and said, I'm about to go beat Superman ass. He went and beat Superman ass and then said, all right, now go tell the president that you won this fight. Dog.
Man.
Like,
what the fuck?
Get out of here, dog. That's that Dark Knight Returns. This was when Batman retired. And
Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, it's a 2-part movie.
Yeah, yep. That's
because this is when he finally killed the Joker.
This is the animated one.
Yeah, he finally killed the Joker, and he beat Superman ass. And then told Superman like, all right, now you go ahead back to your boss and tell him. You can tell him you won the fight, but you know I beat your ass.
Man,
I'm gonna go ahead and mob out, and I'm gonna fake my death.
Hey, but that nigga struggled with Shredder. Cause nigga Shredder had him shook.
That was why I'm glad you brought that up.
Shredder had him shook.
Shredder is the one nigga where it was like, alright, nigga, you got them hands on.
Shredder had him shook, and then he gave that ooze.
Shredder is a real fucking ninja.
Yeah.
Like, Shredder has all of the original secrets of the ninja and the samurai.
Hey, when he hit him with that one move at the first time they fought, he was like, man, what the fuck was that?
But in the same token, the reason why he pulled that move out,
because he was about to lose.
He was about to lose. He was showing up about to lose. If he ain't had that move in his pocket, it was over for him. Man. It was for sure over for him.
Well, that motherfucking I feel like when they gave like Bane and Green Ivy and all of them that ooze, some of them they could have gave them better like powers and shit. I understand they was trying to run a play on the character, but some of them they could have gave them better powers.
No, it made sense how it happened. The ooze will weaken all of them.
Yeah.
The only one that I think it would actually benefit, which I still can't even say that it would benefit, is Bane. But I feel like, I don't remember, what was it, like some type of big cat that they had Bane turn into.
Yeah.
Like,
that motherfucking, and then they had the Joker turn into that giant snake, which I can understand why.
Yeah. It fit who he is. He a snake. He don't give a fuck.
But what they had Batman turn into, that bitch was hard.
Yeah.
That fucking... It reminds me...
If you look at everything that all of them turned into, it made sense with their character and their personality.
Yeah.
The way that they did Batman was
they did Green Ivy great, greasy though.
Poison Ivy,
yeah,
that made perfect sense too.
I mean, it made sense, but they did her greasy. She didn't have to be
like, bitch. You was a plant. You want to be a tree, and now you stuck to this ground, and you nigga. The best way a motherfucker can beat you is being out your reach.
Yeah, nigga. And you know what it reminded me of? Feed Me Seymour.
What's the name of that movie?
Little Shop of Horrors.
Bro, I was trying to talk to somebody about that movie too. Couldn't remember the name of it.
That movie was one of the greatest movies ever.
Bro.
that movie is up there with Harlem Nights, you ask me. Hey, shit, everybody ain't gonna agree, but that was my shit.
Nah, I got one more hot take.
What you got for me?
Nah, the story of Bruce Wayne and his parents and that.
Man, they tell that shit in every chance they get.
But you know who really killed Bruce Wayne's parents, right?
Who that?
Alfred.
Damn! Come on with that conspiracy.
Nah.
Lay it on me.
Now, we had a whole conversation about this. Not me and you, but somebody else.
Yeah. Of course. I've never heard this before. That's why I'm like, come on with that conspiracy. I want to hear this.
Motherfuckers don't realize that Alfred is the nigga who killed Bruce Wayne's parents. Let me explain something to y'all about everything that happened to Bruce Wayne, or at least some of the things that happened to Bruce Wayne after his parents died.
But now, before you get into that, the reason is kind of believable in my eyes is because Alfred figured out how to time travel before anybody else. If you look at fucking Batman Ninja, he was like, oh yeah, they came back here a couple years ago, but shit, I was already here building.
We gonna get into Alfred. We gonna get into Alfred and who the fuck he really is.
Cause that nigga is...
Now,
he's Kingpin.
For those who don't know, Ra's al Ghul, League of Assassins leader, trained Batman to be who he is. Mm-hmm. And Ra's handpicked Batman to be the man to take over the League of Assassins.
We're going to get all those
kill
packs.
Him.
We're going to get all them skibbity packs.
Kill him and take over the League of Assassins. And he also was fucking his daughter.
Ooh.
So, his daughter is basically his right hand also. So, he's the one that trained Bruce Wayne to be who he is. He wanted him to be the successor. The question is, who introduced Bruce Wayne to Ra's al Ghul when he was nothing but 14 years old?
Alfred had to do everything because
Alfred is the man who introduced him to Ra's al Ghul. That means you need to think about who the fuck Alfred is. You just a butler. Why do you know this nigga?
Alfred knew everybody.
Alfred knew everybody. Alfred used to be a merc.
I was about to say, do you think Alfred was doing this like, okay, so when Batman parents was, you know, that was like his getaway. That was his second part of life. But before then, Alfred was just like a hitman, whatever you want to call it.
Alfred used to be a mercenary.
And I'm going to retire and become a butler. But why would he target Bruce Wayne's parents, though? Oh, because that's who he was working for.
Big money. They own Gotham.
Yeah, that's all I was about to say. And that's probably why he probably handpicked them to be their butler.
Thomas Wayne and his best friend own Gotham. And they had a hospital named after him.
And then on top of that whole time Alfred was working for him, those 14 years, he was building that Batcave.
Oh yeah.
Building that bitch.
He was already in the works of it.
There's no way that when Batman becomes Batman, all of a sudden you got all of this technology that's already been tested and worked out and all this other shit.
No, they definitely did some grinding to get all of that shit.
Yeah.
But in the same token, they had a lot of resources. Mm-hmm. This is a multi-billionaire family.
Right.
They had a lot of resources.
I don't think Bruce Wayne daddy knew anything about it.
It ain't no way he knew. It ain't no way he knew. Thomas Wayne ain't no shit about that.
But
here's the other thing too.
He might have been getting close, and that's what got him killed.
I don't know about if that got him, if he was getting close. Because in the same token, you got to look at if I want to inherit something, but I can't directly have it, the best way for me to take it is to kill this dude sitting in the throne. Mm. So it could be the case of that. But then you have to ask yourself, what was Thomas Wayne into on his own?
I think he was just doing regular business.
He could have been just doing regular business. Could be.
And you know what? I think they would never make that kind of animated movie just off the simple fact of it wouldn't have no action in it unless you went to Alfred. And that will start exposing all of the low-key shit Alfred was doing.
Because in another universe, Thomas Wayne is Batman.
Yeah. That was Flashpoint.
Mm-hmm.
That was Flashpoint. Me and Sav talked about that.
Yep.
Because he was Batman, but he didn't have as much tech as the regular universe Batman had. That's why he was using guns.
Mm-hmm. Now, here's the thing. Here's another thing that you got to factor in on why Alfred killed Martha and Thomas. In every concept art that you look up for where they were killed, Crime Alley, they were coming out of Monarch Theater. When you leave Monarch Theater, it's an alley in front of the building and it's another alley to the right. Thomas or Alfred could have just picked them up right in front of the building.
Right.
It's another main road right there to the left where he dropped them off at.
Yeah, and you the butler. You know all of this.
Why would y'all go down that alleyway unless the butler told you that he was going to pick you up over here for you to say, all right, we can cut through this alleyway and get over here. You know, we got all these people out here, so we'll cut through here.
Picking up what you putting down.
And he had them motherfuckers there waiting.
Because first off, if you're a multi-billionaire and you were supposed to be getting picked up, why you ain't on the phone cussing this motherfucker out? I'm not walking through no motherfucking alley, bitch. I got these goddamn $1,500 shoes on.
It was an easy way to convince him to go down that alley. Hey,
he trusted
it's a crowd of people.
I can't get there.
I can't make it to you. However, if you cut through this alleyway,
hey, and
I'm at the end of the alleyway.
Low key, he probably didn't even have to go that deep. He probably just hit him with the whole, it's too many people here, I can't get to you. And he probably was like, hey, well, park on the other side of that alley. We can just shoot straight through the alley. Because he ain't thinking of it.
Well, you gotta be direct on where you gonna pick him up so that you can have your people.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He gave Thomas, that was Batman Daddy name, right?
Yeah, Thomas Wayne.
He gave Time an excuse. Time, being the businessman that he is, gave him a solution. Okay, well, you don't have to overdo it. Boom, boom, boom. We can go ahead and just cut straight through this alley.
That's definitely another way to look at it.
We good. I ain't worried about no nothing in this city. I run this bitch.
Yup.
I'm a made man. So yeah, you made all right. Just made off with your ass.
Yup.
And it was probably so easy that Alfred would probably when he hit Alfred with that shit, Alfred was like, oh well, damn. Okay, cool. This job gonna be easier than I thought.
And I wish I could remember the name of this movie that we was watching. But in this movie, Mad Hatter was working with somebody else. They was trying to do some mind control shit over the city. So Mad Hatter has this contraption on his head. They all on this ship. And they already got mind control over Bruce Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
So motherfuckers, you know, Robin and all the young bucks, they trying to get back in and like, you know, get Bruce from under this mind control along with everybody on this ship. Alfred is with these motherfuckers scrapping. Now, the way he killed Mad Hatter let me know that this man was already a trained fucking killer.
Yeah. Yeah, because Alfred was not... Come on now.
Bro.
Every time somebody made it, like, even the Ninja Turtles, when they got into the Batcave, nigga, if you notice, when motherfuckers got in that bitch, Alfred really wasn't nowhere around. He was probably out ripping and running doing some other shit. Because there's no way to get in that bitch. And then if Alfred is at the crib and somebody get in there...
Other than the way that they came in through the water.
Yeah.
Bro, Alfred was scrapping with a nigga. He killed that nigga. Mad Hatter had the little contraption over his head working the mind control shit. So when he killed Dog and electrocuted Mad Hatter, it made his fucking head explode. Alfred watched that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And when his head blew up, he had the surprise face and then like completely dead it and sulked to having just a clear look on his fucking face like.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, that's a nigga that has seen death before.
Hey, look, we gonna get back into some more of this superhero shit after this commercial break. Alright, and we back. So, now you was talking about the Mad Hatter and Alfred and how he killed him. You know, he didn't even been there before. You know, small recap.
Yeah, bro, like, the way that my man's head blew up and my nigga just didn't have no real traumatized reaction to that shit, bro. It's like, oh, nigga, you done seen death before and that ain't even the worst that you done fucking seen.
Oh, yeah, because you can probably torture motherfuckers. All of that good shit.
He used to be a mercenary, bro. Another part where, like, the directors of The Dark Knight, the one with the Joker in it, with Heath Ledger. Them directors did a good job in that movie of going through people's background because they even had Alfred tell a story about when he was a mercenary to help Batman understand what type of criminal Joker was.
Yeah. Alfred was always the one giving them the game when it came down to it.
Yeah, he always been the one giving them the game. Always.
Mm-hmm.
And when in that movie, he told a story about a man who used to, like, take stones and motherfuckers couldn't make deals with him. And he was explaining to Batman that, like, some people aren't in this biz, or, like, they're not doing things for money. Some people just want to see the world burn.
That's it.
And he told that story to help him understand how Joker is just a madman, bro.
That's it.
He
like
not in this business to fucking
a lot of
make
people
money.
didn't, but I liked that Joker movie.
I didn't see it.
Oh, you should watch it. It's good.
I didn't see it because I didn't like the way that they. So in everything that I see a Joker is a real Dapper Dan type dude. Even though he the clown prince of crime, he always been a Dapper Dan type dude. That's the reason why Jack Nicholson is my favorite Joker of all time.
I was gonna get to that.
Jack Nicholson always kept Joker clean.
Okay, so look, let's get into some Joker questions. Okay, so now if you weave out Heath Ledger, or however you say his name, right? He's out, right? And Jack Nicholson. Which was your next? What's your next Joker to go to?
Ooh.
Now, seeing a Joker movie.
See, I didn't see the Joker movie.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, like, cause in that movie he was the Joker, but he wasn't really the Joker. Like, they did touch on like key parts of like some of the Joker origin, but honestly, like, that Joker would be my second place if you take out really. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Fucking Jack Nicholson Joker. It was good, but it was good for me as a child. As an adult, I don't really fuck with that Joker. Now, here's where it kind of fucked up. I liked the Joker in that fucking Suicide Squad.
Wasn't a big fan of that one.
I liked that one. And it wasn't just... I just liked his cadence on how he carried the Joker. Where it was like, okay, well, we seen like crazy psychopath Joker, but you ain't see too many like club scene Jokers and like running the organization Jokers and like really why he ain't the one to be fucked with. And then the simple fact of they had to cut basically a whole Joker movie out of all of the shit they filmed with that motherfucker because he got into that character just as much as Ledger did. Like on and offset. He did that fucking, what do you call it? Not, is it improv acting? It's not improv acting.
I forgot what it's called.
Yeah.
Improv is on the fly.
Yeah, he did the whole shit where you never come out of character acting.
Yeah.
Will Smith also did that in some movie, but that's not what we're talking about. But I liked that Joker just off the simple fact of like he played that role of I'm not in this movie to show y'all all the crazy shit y'all know I'm capable of. I'm in this movie showing y'all how I'm not to be fucked with.
Right. Yep.
That's why I fucked with it. I liked the whole tattoo of the smile on the face and shit, even though he should have already had the scars and shit like that. See, the Joker movie got into the whole makeup shit and how that came about. I liked that. I even liked the way that bitch ended with the whole him standing on top of the car. You know what I'm saying? And he done fucked around and gained all these followers.
See, I gotta watch this movie because, like,
the movie is good. The movie is good, like, to me. A lot of people, they don't like it, but I fucked with it.
The main Joker story that is most told, like, as far as his backstory, Joker doesn't wear makeup. He just looks like that.
Yeah, see, on this one, it was like the whole like makeup deal, and then but they show you where the makeup shit come from, and then I like how through that movie the world didn't take him serious until damn near the end, where he showed them like I'm not in this bitch for money or nothing because I ain't got none of that. I'm just throwed the fuck off. When he went on fucking, it was supposed to be like the Tonight Show type shit.
Yeah.
And so my man's who interviewing him, talking, and he just pulls out the motherfucking burner and just like, bah! So quick that they couldn't even cut it.
They took that from Dark Knight Returns.
Nigga.
Except in the Dark Knight Returns, if I'm not mistaken, Joker pulled out a knife and just slit that nigga throat.
Yeah, that's how it was in there. On this one, he pulled out the gun, blew his head off on national television. To the point they couldn't fucking edit that bitch out. And then the world started taking them serious. Like, that shit, that movie got some good, man, all I can really say is just check that bitch out.
Is Batman in this movie at all?
No. Batman is spoke of, but at this point in time, at this point in time, Batman has a huge following. You know how I can't remember which animated movie it was, but how Batman had like this whole group of people that wanted him to come back, and they, you know what I'm saying, they had the little Batman masks and running around.
That was also Dark Knight Returns.
It was they had that part of the story going on. Mm-hmm. And then Joker started getting his following, where it was just like the motherfuckers that looked like they was stretched out the apocalypse type deal, and they all was going for like as far as like Joker wise. Mm-hmm. And so now they both got this huge following, but Joker really wasn't doing nothing to, you know what I'm saying, make Batman's eye twitch or ears stand up or whatever you want to call it. Mm. Then he pulls that stunt on national TV, which causes this whole huge like riot and melee in the city of Gotham. And that's where it ends. So it's like, this is where Batman goes, oh, this motherfucker's a problem.
Because originally Joker used to just rip off mob bosses.
Yup, see, in this one, he wasn't doing that. This motherfucker was just an average, everyday worker and just getting fucked over. He was getting fucked up to the point where you could see, like, he was already, like, special ed or whatever you want to call it, and, like, throwed off. And then, like,
it sounded like they was trying to do some shit.
They was trying to do some shit. But what they did with that movie, like, if you want, like, it's just like an X-Men movie. Go in there and watch it for what it is.
Yeah, I gotta watch that movie for what it is.
Go in there
because I'm judging it. Even as you telling it to me, I'm judging it off of the Joker story that I know.
Yeah. Go in there, watch it as for what it is, and that's how you will enjoy it. You will enjoy it that way, because I learned that from the X-Men movies. Some of these movies, that's just how you gotta look at them bitches. You may get all the way to the end and go, you know what? Come down to it, that bitch was straight. I'm gonna rewatch it, and I'm gonna rewatch it for just, you know what I'm saying, the product they put out.
Cause like with me, I don't like when people try to change shit from the original story that you know. Mm-hmm. Because like especially when the original story already pretty much made sense.
Yeah. And these is original stories from the 80s that we've already been locked into.
Cause like the original story of Joker, well, the most told, I ain't gonna say the original, the most told story of Joker's origin is he used to be a magician. Had a wife, she was pregnant, he was in deep with the mob, and
I'm telling you right now, you gotta throw all that away.
Yeah, it's that I already know that. But
you gotta throw all that away, nigga. This nigga was a retard that stayed with his mama.
Yeah, they doing some wild shit, but he
shit like that.
You know, he had a wife, she was pregnant, and he was a magician at some circus or whatever. And he was in deep with the mob. The mob wanted him to go in and do a robbery and play as the Red Hood. The Red Hood is an actual villain. And 2 other people have faked the Red... Well, I don't know how... Actually, now that I think about it, a lot of people have faked the Red Hood. But as far as I know, 2 people, it was Joker before he became the Joker, and it was Jason Todd who faked a Red Hood impression. But
and it's funny you say that. Not to cut you off and switch to Marvel, but that's part of the story in the fucking Spider-Man game too, where niggas faked Spider-Man, but he could really fight. Like, he was really like cold with the hands and shit, and you end up having to help him because he almost got himself killed. But
yep, that's how through. But
that shit, hey, that mission was fun.
The whole plan was to rob this bank or whatever and blame it on the Red Hood. These niggas make off with their money, whatever. So, bank robbery goes sour, and Batman end up pulling up. So, he chased him in the Ace chemicals, and they running across some platform over these chemicals or whatever. And something happened where he ended up falling into the chemicals, and Batman tries to save him, but he can't.
That's the same way Two-Face came about too.
The way Two-Face came about was it was some type of explosion that fucked up his face.
I thought that was the chemicals. He felt no, it wasn't the chemicals. Yeah, you're right. It wasn't the chemicals.
Like, Two-Face was burned.
Yeah.
Like, that's the reason why he the way he is. He was burned.
I don't see why he ain't as big as he should be either. I want to see a Two-Face origin story come back, and I want to see a fucking Bane origin story come back.
The best one was that Dark Knight movie. But Bane, bro, motherfuckers don't realize that Bane is fucking smart. Now, I didn't like that third Dark Knight movie that they did where they had Bane in it.
When he broke Batman back?
Yeah, that was the only thing true that Bane actually did. The rest of that wasn't Bane's story.
Yeah, it was just more of
it was
showing his intelligence. Because
no.
They fucked him.
The story was Heretic's story. It wasn't Bane's.
Oh shit.
Like, all of that shit of him trying to be a part of the League of Assassins, all of that. That was, I want to say that was Heretic's story. Because, like, originally, that story is, so, Bruce Wayne and Talia al Ghul, who is Ra's al Ghul's daughter, they have a son named Damian Wayne. At some point, Damian Wayne got cloned. And that clone is the story that they told in that movie.
Yeah,
but they gave it to Bane.
Because Damian Wayne was son of Batman in the animated movie.
Yeah. They cloned Damian Wayne while, like, When Damian Wayne actually meets the clone is a grown man. Damian is still a kid. Like it was some type of wild like clone shit. And I want to say Heretic is the clone.
It was on some old what's that Will Smith movie name?
Not Gemini Man.
Yeah,
bro, don't.
It was some Gemini Man type shit.
But it was some wild shit like that. But like the only thing that in that movie that I seen that was true to Bane was him breaking Batman's spine. That's the only thing Bane actually did.
See, but okay.
Bane was a drug lord.
Yeah, so I get all of that. I'm saying like I liked the fact that they didn't play. They had to figure out a way to recover Bane from the fucking Batman Returns when they made him just some big ogre that wasn't.
That was smart. Batman and Robin, and that was George Clooney. Fuck George Clooney.
Man, that shit was some bullshit.
That was some bullshit because they literally made him a dumbass.
And he was not a fucking dumbass.
He wasn't, bro. He was never a dumbass, bro. That motherfucker was smart as fuck.
Yeah, man.
But that movie would have been just as cold if you would have made it Heretic versus making it Bane. Like, it would have been just as cold.
I want to get that bitch just as bad as you do, too.
I really do.
But that motherfucker's down there.
It's there. It's down there. I lost it.
Well, we got a big out here.
Wait. Yeah. Okay. Woo! I thought you said something else.
Nigga, you stupid as fuck. Man, but fucking okay, so it's a whole lot of shit that goes on with the stories on how they switch these bitches up.
Yep.
Do you think we're gonna get cause I don't. But do you think that, like, okay, with the Spider-Man having it, you got that bitch. With the Spider-Man having
Damn, you just gotta put it out there for everybody.
The success that it's had with these last two movies, which that actor that played Spider-Man, I fucked around and seen one of his other movies. I cannot think of the name of it.
The most recent actor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, that movie was so goddamn crazy, and that bitch was hard than a motherfucker.
Cause shout out to Tobey Maguire, bro. Them was some cold Spider-Man movies.
Man, but
and they could have been better.
I don't like
just like he felt they could have been better.
Yeah, when they turned that bitch into a musical, it was like, nigga, what are you doing?
Yeah, you on some dumb shit.
But with this new Spider-Man, see now, on top of that though, I threw it in my mouth. Oh, Jesus.
Call him.
So, with this new Spider-Man, they can still work it, and they can still do it like real good or whatever. But you think we're gonna actually get that Kingpin story? And if we do, who you think could really play like Kingpin? Because Kingpin, yeah, he was big and muscular, but we don't see too many actors in that like form. Like, yeah, okay, well, you can go to wrestling and get one of them niggas out of there.
That's what I was exactly thinking.
But then, on top of that, you have to put him through a lot of, like actual movie acting classes. Like, as far as, like, the fighting aspect, he'll have that. And then, on top of that, what build would you get? Now, mind you,
well, here's the thing
if this was back in the day, though, you know who would be the perfect Kingpin actor? Bam Bam Bigelow. He was big, he was heavy set, but he was strong. He already had the bald head, naked face.
I'm trying to think like Kingpin. So like, how would you want your character to be? Would you want him to be loud or would you want him to be quiet?
With Kingpin?
Yeah.
I would want him to be like right in the middle. But every once when it comes to deal with Spider-Man, that's when he gets loud. When he's dealing with his goons, he's more calm and collective because it's like, you know, if I have to get loud, you're gonna die.
What you think of Randy Orton?
RKO?
Yeah.
I thought he was the same size as RVD.
Nah, well, he might be. RVD is big as fuck, low key.
But he's short than the motherfucker.
Nah, Randy Orton like 6'4".
Well, I need pull him up, because you got to mind listen.
Yeah,
I ended my WWF or E career at The Rock versus Stone Cold, the first fight.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. The main reason I throw Randy Orton, he's 6'5". He's an inch taller than what I said.
See, so he's a big motherfucker. Let me see a picture of him.
That's a picture of him.
Okay, you got a full body? Okay. He don't got that fat gut though.
Oh, you need a gut.
Yeah, because that's how Kingpin had that gut on him. He had that gut. That's why I said Bam Bam Bigelow. Because Bam Bam was big, but he also had that gut.
Yeah, okay. So,
I mean, getting to as close as possible to the actual animated character. But at the same time, fucking Kingpin really was always in suits, so you never really did see that gut. So they can strap one of those little fake pregnancy boys on his ass and give him that little prosthetic gut. And if he got the height and he got the arms like that, because Kingpin arms wasn't fat, they was big and muscular, like how he was saying. Because at first I was thinking like, but what's his name, Batista?
I was thinking, Batista is a Brock Lesnar though. Brock Lesnar did put on some pounds.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar would be a good option. No, but his voice, I don't like his voice.
Stone Cold ain't as short, but his southern accent is so deep. So they would have to kind of like put him in the same kind of training as Idris Elba. How he got that thick ass fucking English accent, but when you see him in the movies, you would think he was from New York.
Yeah, but Idris Elba already had that on him, though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that bitch was straight out the holster. Well, yeah. This
ain't a wrestler, but maybe the guy that played... Nah, I wouldn't even say him, because he's still too small.
But, they got those prosthetics and the 3D shit. So, like...
Because I was going to say the guy who played Smith.
Agent Smith?
Yeah.
He was kind of tall. That nigga old as fuck now, too. But Kingpin wasn't no fucking young chap either. Fuck it. Make Kingpin black and use goddamn Forrest Whitaker.
Really?
No.
Forrest Whitaker?
No.
Is that the size that you're looking for?
No, not at fucking all. If that's the case, we might as well use The Rock. And I ain't talking about Dwayne Johnson. I'm talking about the garbage man.
Through. Hey, you know what? You throw that out there, he might be a good choice, though.
Hey.
He's a really good actor. If it's any fighting scenes that you need him in, well, we fail. But he could really be a good choice.
Oh, hey, so look. Like how you taking your break, you know what I'm saying? Because this is normal podcast shit for us.
Yeah.
Nigga, I hit Monty with that shit and I hit Trey with that shit. Monty's I ended up having to cut out. Because he didn't know how to keep talking to the camera. Trey, hey, that nigga Trey was talking to the camera and shit. Nigga, I was rolling when I had to edit that shit, man. My nigga's stupid, man. I'm done. Well, go ahead, man. Take your break. I said, this is every episode. This is what we do. We nigga, you gotta piss because we been drinking, nigga. Or, nigga, you just a regular person. Then you gotta piss. Nigga, go fucking piss. Nigga, whoever in front of that camera, keep talking. Billy Sorrells and D-Lay will tell you, keep fucking talking. You ain't even gotta have to say nothing. Nigga, all you gotta do is just keep them lips moving.
But, hey, if Rock gotta do some motherfucking fighting in that shit, then we fail, bro.
Nigga, hey.
But he is a decent choice.
I don't know, because he went off on what was that his son or his nephew, the light-skinned nigga? He went off on the nigga a couple of times. I thought it was gonna be because I used to watch The Rock.
Hey, bro, but you gotta remember what he did in A Low Down Dirty Shame too.
Nigga, no,
Come on, you little bitch.
man,
Chasing after Jada Pinkett ass.
nigga, my favorite motherfucking fight scene when niggas who could not fight and knew and they put it in the movie was motherfucking
Was that Black Dynamite or was that I'm Gonna Get You Sucker?
I'm gonna get you sucker.
Because this nigga's like, you know karate?
No.
No. You wanna fake it?
Wait a minute, what? No, that wasn't Black Diamond. That was I'm gonna get you sucker.
So Black Dynamite was the one where Dog got smacked for real, and that nigga was ready to fight.
Like,
and they brought a whole other actor in.
He was like, motherfucker.
They like, hold up. You about to catch these skibbity paps for real, nigga.
Duh.
Bro, you don't just smack another grown black man like that.
Man. That shit is hilarious.
For real.
But
look, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know who Kingpin is. So, like...
Kingpin is the big ass bald white dude.
Wait! The nigga that, from, fuck, what's the name of that shit? Daredevil. That Goran played.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody better than that nigga, dog.
You think so?
It ain't nobody better than him, bro. Goran played that nigga, bro.
You talking about Daredevil, the series or the movie?
The one on Netflix.
That's the series. Yeah, because, you know what? Now that I think about it, why the fuck Daredevil ain't in the Spider-Man games? Why? They need to come on because, well, only reason I say that is because you can literally climb the fucking, what's the name building? The Avengers building. Now you can literally climb that bitch. But they did give you on the first one because I don't have Miles Morales. Let's get that clear. On the first one on PS4, they did give you like a 20-minute like gameplay segment and build the story for Miles Morales. And that shit was cold too. So right now the part I'm at on that is Spider-Man, he feeling bad because Miles and lost his pops. They done already did the funeral. Spider-Man tried to give him a little talk, you know what I mean? But Miles ain't trying to hear it. Nigga, everything Spider-Man was about to say, Miles cut him off. Was like, yeah, you about to tell me this, you about to tell me that, you about to say this, you about to say that. Kind of left Peter just stuck. So, old girl that hit him on the line and was like, well, why don't you have him work at Feast, which is the homeless shelter that Auntie May, you know what I'm saying, she started running. Because the other dude that's running it, I figured that out when I had to bring him that fucking mask for the demons. And he was like, hey, that's some bad people, man. You need to leave them alone. But the way he said it and the way he looked it was like, no, nigga, you got something to do with that shit.
Right.
And in the story, it shows you like he the leader of that bitch. Yeah, that Spider-Man, nigga. Oh, shit. Only way you can play it is come to PS4. But.
Yep, and I'm Xbox.
Yeah, so look, all I can say really is go on YouTube, type in the story. Because you know they got the whole story on that bitch. Watch that motherfucker.
Yep, they got a whole walkthrough.
Nigga, watch that story, nigga. That bitch hard, man. And then I see why. Look, that bitch is so hard. I want to go and because I've had that since it released, right? And I've had that latest God of War since it released. Mind you, I'm just now starting this one. So you know I haven't even touched that God of War.
Right.
Nigga, when I finish that, I'm probably gonna start up God of War, even though I just bought that fucking Ghost game, the Samurai Boy. I bought that and I bought Kakarot, both at the same time. nigga, and I have, like, I see them, but I'm like, shit, I'm not even about to start this. I'm about to finish this. And then I'm probably about to jump to God of War. So that means it's going to be about 3-4 months before I get on there. And I got to show you my little, my new little gaming thing. I hit a motherfucking lick on my little gaming monitor, nigga. Yeah. I needed one.
Yeah, I got the Twitch set up. I'm trying to get like wait till a good day come up where I can broadcast and like I got niggas in the party and shit. Cause like I got my Twitch set up to where you can hear the game chat or the party chat rather. Cause we be on some silly ass shit when we be playing, bro. That shit wild.
Get that shit going, bro. Motherfucking nigga. I ended up buying a Samsung curved monitor. And when you see it, you're gonna be like, well, how many couple hundreds did that cost? Oh, it wasn't a couple of them.
It was only one of them things?
Only one of them things with some change on the end.
Hey,
nigga.
Come up.
Dog, and I tell you, when I was playing that Spider-Man, nigga, you can see the lines between their teeth, the creases. Nigga, the gums, nigga, the whole, all the movement, everything. And then I'm like, well, shit, I'm about to jump on duty. I know that Call of Duty about to look crazy. Because I pulled that shit off the 4K TV, and it literally looks better on the fucking curve. Nigga, when I say I played Call of Duty maybe once or twice, because I'm like, well, I want to see what the whole hype was with the graphics on these other games. Nigga, I see what the hype was about. I just uploaded fucking 2 pictures on photo mode on the Spider-Man. Nigga, it's that bitch got some clarity on it.
Right. Man. See, I've been on the 2KD. You know I've been on the 2KD.
Shit, I might even fucking re-download that bitch.
Man.
You on 21? 20?
21.
Okay. Yeah, I might go ahead and re-download that bitch.
Cause lately, so I'm on current gen. I ain't on next gen. So like,
come March, that's when I'm waiting on till March, because you see they stopped production with the PlayStations.
They did?
They stopped they eliminated the PlayStation Pro. They eliminated the regular fat PlayStation. Only the PlayStation they do is PlayStation Slim. So all the people for the other production of PlayStations, they are moving on to the PlayStation 5, so they can have more people working on building them, so they can produce more of them.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because they was like, well, why would we keep production for the PlayStation 4 and we're trying to sell them for basically the same price as the PS5? But that is not in the U.S. though. That shit is still overseas. We're hoping that that's going to transfer over to the U.S. and get that going. But, you know, with Biden, all of that international trade and stuff like that is going to open back up.
Yeah.
Trump, he did some bullshit. But hopefully with that, it's going to open back up. So, and that may be why they started that shit before the inauguration and the swear-ins and all of that. So, because they know that when Biden get in, the trades is going to open back up and they'll have all these bitches on back order. Because not only did they stop that, they also stopped the production of the black PlayStation 5s. So, they're not doing those right now either. Only ones they doing is just the white ones. But it's crazy how, mind you, so let's get into the game. Let's get into the gaming section of the podcast. So we get all of this hype for the PlayStations, right?
Right.
You don't hear shit about the Xbox. So when I dug into the Xboxes, I seen like literally how big the ones that take the disc is compared to The size of the ones that don't.
Yeah.
If you buy the one to take the disc, you might as well be buying a fatback TV. Cause that bitch is about as wide as this laptop. It stands about like that tall.
Damn.
This is literally a big ass fucking box. It's literally a big ass fucking box. But the ones without the disc drive is not as big. And I can understand why, because they got to put a lot of extra hardware into it. They need the space.
Right.
But only other news I got besides the release was they was talking about how those bitches was getting hot and all of that shit and
Of
catching
course.
on fire. Just like how the Xbox One, when it released, it was going through that. So that shit might even be already taken care of. But you don't hear shit about Xbox.
Right.
Not a fucking thing. I don't know why. But like when you playing like, okay, so I'm on PlayStation. I don't know if the Xbox do this, right? But since the PS5 has came out, like they have cross-platforming games.
Right.
And on the dashboard of the PS4 is also cross-platform.
Okay.
But it's not for Xbox or PC or nothing. It's only for PS and PS5. PS4, PS5.
Okay.
So like if somebody on their PS5 and they playing, they have a little icon that look like a PlayStation 5.
Okay.
All the other ones looks like a PS4 sideways or whatever.
Right.
But when you playing like Call of Duty Modern Warfare, cause that's what I got to go off of. So like with the when it's a PC, you'll see like a little screen and a little mouse next to it.
Yup.
If it's an Xbox, I notice it's just like a little TV. If it's a PlayStation, it's a PlayStation symbol and a TV.
See now, Xbox, it's the same thing for PC. It's the screen with the little monitor. You know what? Never mind. I forgot. Go ahead.
Well,
the one thing I do remember. Hold on, let me throw that out. Everybody has the Xbox symbol.
That's how the PlayStation is. It got the symbol.
Yeah, everybody. If you playing on somebody that's on your platform, they all have the Xbox symbol. But I don't remember what it showed for PlayStation.
It's probably just that little TV, because they don't have the rights to the PlayStation symbol, so they probably just show the TV.
I know it ain't the PlayStation symbol. It might just be that TV.
Yeah, man.
Either that or it's the TV with the little fucking. It's like a little console next to it.
It looked like a console. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, man, that shit is crazy because, man, these motherfuckers should have been doing this shit. But I guess we had to wait for the technology and the internet and, you know what I'm saying?
For cross-platform? It's more so about the game makers, not the console makers.
And the servers.
Yeah.
Because those servers are going to get flooded. Because could you imagine if GTA 5 was cross-platform from the giddy up? Like, these motherfuckers is just
but
now
Rockstar has the ability to make that work. Okay, let's take, for example, this. 2K. This is the reason why I even know that it's everything to do with the game maker, not the console makers. With 2K for years, as far as I've heard, they have issues with their servers. With my experience, they have issues with their servers.
Yeah, they've had it since the online shit like really got big.
Like right now on current gen, the issue that everybody is having is error codes.
Nigga, you want to talk about error codes?
Bruh.
Because motherfucking GTA had it where even if both of y'all is on PlayStation, nigga, y'all can't play together. You had to go on YouTube to find a workaround.
For real. Like, that's the issue that 2K is having right now. They servers are fucked up. The way that they made the next gen, the way that they made that was stupid. you already have issues with your servers holding 50 people.
Check this though. Keep talking, but watch this. You're gonna see the issues I'm about to have.
I've been watching it the whole time.
You see that mouth jumping?
Yeah.
I'm gonna fix all of that, but you know what I'm saying?
I've been watching it. But 2K has always had issues on current gen with managing their servers with just 50 people in it. Now you have servers that hold 100 people.
Nigga.
And y'all shit is fucked up.
Yeah.
Lag is terrible. People catching these error codes. Motherfuckers getting dashboarded in the middle of games and events. It's like, it's a lot of shit that need to be fixed. But to have the expectation of this game being cross-platform, it's like, bro, it ain't no way that you could cross-platform this game. Even just going as far as this game is cross-platform between Xbox One users and Series X users, you'll struggle just with that. On top.
Yeah, but I would think that would be the same fucking server.
The reason why, with 2K specifically, the reason why it's not the same server is because it's not the same game. Because 2K21 current gen, you're playing in a neighborhood. So it's 2K Beach. Everything, all the courts and everything is on a beach.
Uh-huh.
Next gen, you're playing in the city.
Oh, straight?
Yeah, you're playing in the city.
Oh.
It's a big ass map, probably bigger than Grand Theft Auto's map.
Yeah, I could believe.
No, actually, it probably ain't that big because it take a lot of time to get to spots on foot. But it's a big ass map broken down into 4 boroughs. But the way that server works, with the size of the city, you would need 1,000, maybe more people to make the city look filled. But it doesn't. It's almost it's kind of hard to explain. So the way that they make the city work is it is about 1,000 people in there, but your specific server only has 100.
The rest is just like AI.
No, they're all regular people. So when you leave a borough, you're going into another server.
Oh, okay.
That's the way that works. So, like, if you got 4, you break it down into 4. If you go from this borough to this borough, just in the process of getting there, you go through 2 different servers. You're in the server that you started in. You're going to go through this borough to get here. So you're going to go through a whole nother server. And then when you finally get here, you're going to be in another server.
Oh, shit.
And all 4 of these boroughs hold 100 people in their server. But you're seeing everything live.
Right. And that's how it fucked up.
That shit, it was a real good concept of what they came up with. But that shit, they fucked that up. They shouldn't have made that. They shouldn't have came with the concept of the city, period. They should have downsized their original idea until they mastered the issue with their servers. And then made something bigger.
Put out an update.
Then you can make something bigger. But what they came up with, that shit fucked up.
Damn.
That's why even all the way down to the reviews on the new 2K, basically it comes down to, it seemed like this game was made with a lot of ambition, but there was no effort into making sure the execution was flawless.
Right.
It's like opening up a business and you plan on making $1 million, but you don't put the effort into making a $1 million business. Or the old saying that I like to use, having champagne taste with beer pockets.
Hey, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. And the reason I say let's talk about that is because if y'all been following Peter Hilton, that nigga just put up a post that said he didn't put up the whole little thing for the LLC. He made it a legitimate business.
Right.
Now it's all on with what you gonna do with it.
Yeah.
What you gonna do with it?
And we trying to run this shit to the motherfucking moon.
Hey, let me tell you. Toast to that.
On the real, toast to that.
A lot of people complain about this pandemic. It's all on how you work it.
For real.
It's all on how you work it. 'Cause I'll tell you one thing, man. Fucking the whole, you know what I'm saying, getting up, going to work every day shit. That was basically distracting a nigga from starting his own. Nigga had ideas, didn't have time.
Right.
It's like, it was passed, the word was passed down to me.
Today I got time, cuz.
The word was passed down to me. You can only have one of two things. You can either have time or you can have money. Which one you want?
Yeah.
But the part they left out was you can turn that time into money.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But with all this new shit going on, it's like, hey, motherfuckers know this now.
Hey, and the main thing about turning your time into money is about having a support system and having people around you that's willing to invest, whether it be their money or their time.
That's it. That is fucking it. Because at the same time, the motherfuckers that you don't know who the fuck they is, they could be a motherfucking the Ukraine. They just invested a whole hour and a half of just watching your video.
Yep.
They invested your time, which turned that into your money because of the way the digital currency works now.
Mm-hmm.
So, shit, man. Thank everybody.
For real.
Thank every motherfucking body. Because, god damn it, if it wasn't for y'all, this shit, it'd probably still be just us recording ourselves talking. But god damn it, you motherfuckers, y'all want to see what we're talking about.
Right.
We nerding out this time around.
Like, let me tell you something. Like, me,
kick that shit.
Nigga, I just worked over 30 hours in 2 days.
Talk about it.
Nigga, this week done kicked my motherfucking ass, y'all.
So 30 hours in over 2 days. Imagine if you was doing that and trying to get your own personal business off the ground.
For real.
It's not enough hours in a day.
It's not.
Because you still have to rest and eat.
Yup. And me, I'm that person where I'm the one that's investing my time, cause I wanna see. I'm a person where I wanna see everybody succeed.
Nigga, I was just talking about you on, I don't even know which podcast it was. It could have been a few episodes ago. Shit, it could have been the last episode. I don't fucking know. But I was just sitting there telling, because the nigga Keon, man, this day I told you, man, the nigga fuck with you, bro.
Right. That's my dog.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to him, bro. Like, hold on. We got to talk about Keon for a minute, dog.
Oh, let's get it.
Keon, bro. My nigga be having them shouts, dog.
Oh, wait. a minute. He be having them shout outs, right? Let's talk about Keith for a minute. He be having them shout outs, right? Why just burn that nigga on the shout outs? Hey, Key, I know you gonna see this shit, nigga. Why just burn you on the shout outs, nigga? Yeah, nigga, come on, up that bitch. You got to up that bitch, nigga.
Hey, my nigga be having the coldest shout outs, though.
Hey, don't let a nigga with the 9 get you when you got the K, nigga. Come on, up that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying? This nigga was like, man, he like, man, this nigga Jones, he was like, man, this nigga probably got all kinds of kids out there, man. We gonna have to call and check up in on this nigga, man, because he watched the episode. You know what I'm saying? With, what's the name? Judy with the heavy booty. Yeah. Sucking on the vibrator, whatever the fuck, nigga. I forgot what the name of that episode is. But, cause, you know what I'm saying? I was explaining, like, shit, man, we done had 3 different studio setups, right? You was the only one that recorded in studio setup number 2. Everybody else was Zoom.
Damn.
You was the only one that was able, you know what I'm saying? Because studio setup number 2 was quick.
Right.
And then we hit this bitch.
Yep.
So, you was the only one that actually came, you know what I'm saying, came through and recorded at that period of time.
Right.
So, he like, man, this nigga probably got kids all out there, this, that. Nigga, I had to give you a proper, like, hold on, like, that nigga Jones don't move like that. Like, he know, he don't move like that. You know what, Keon, you was right. This nigga got them kids out there. This nigga he got them babies, bro.
Like, nigga, as much as I want to take the compliment, nigga, but
hey, because I said literally, oh, I might have to put that clip in, nigga. I said this nigga don't be out here loose dicking like that, but. Nigga, I'm not the fucking loose dick manager, nigga. This nigga probably out there loose dicking like a motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Like, bruh, I probably do. I maybe. I don't think I do. Like, but, you know.
Shit happens.
Shit happens.
You know what I mean? But shit, that's all gravy.
Shit, I got a few out the country.
This nigga, man. Man, listen.
I'm bullshit, y'all. I'm bullshit.
I would say I don't know who traveled more between him and Aaron. I know Aaron got everybody by a long shot.
Yeah, he do.
This nigga goes on tours. As soon as I see that little post, that little post, he be like, shit, okay, I'm about to start the little tour. Nigga, get the name of all these spots. I'm like, dog, this nigga be moving.
Yep.
That's my nigga, man. This nigga stay on the move, man.
The only one I might have is I did slide in this little Dominican bitch. I did. That might be one. But who knows?
Hey, listen, this nigga got a whole illegal
I ain't
alien.
been back there since then.
This nigga got a whole illegal alien out there.
Oh no, she ain't illegal. Cause we was in her territory. Nigga, I was over there in the NDR.
Oh, so you was the alien.
Yeah, I was the alien. I was the alien in that thing.
This nigga, man.
Bro, like I'm pretty sure I told you about cause this is my first trip out of the country.
Yeah.
And nigga, my second day there. All right, look,
hold on. Yeah. Let's talk about that. Let's get into that.
Let me explain something to y'all. I'm a nigga. I done traveled like a lot of places around the country, but like this trip, was it 2017? No, it wasn't 2017. It was 2019 maybe.
I should have had a whole nother pack of cigarettes ready for this, nigga. I'm ready to smoke.
Bruh, this was my first time leaving the country. Cuz been talking me into leaving the country for a minute. And I always, when I took this trip, it was like, nigga, I've always had the bread to do this. Nigga, I just never did it. I made a bullshit ass excuse about not going on one of these trips, and here I am on this trip and realizing I could have been doing this shit. As I take a sip of that cup, I'm a nigga that drink. You brought a nigga that drink, a fat nigga that drink, on an all-inclusive drink, or all-inclusive trip, where you eat for free and you drink for free. It's all paid for when you pay for your room and you pay for your flight.
God damn.
And nigga, I fucked up. I had 10 days in the Dominican Republic and I only remember 9.
You know what I mean? Hey, sometimes you lose a day.
And I lost a motherfucking day. I blame my cousin. Shout out to you, Steph, bro. You fucked me up. So, let's go ahead and get into it. Our flight lands.